Hi everyone, this is Red Silvers, and welcome back to Let's Play Castlevania Symphony of the Night Randomizer. And this is going to be the super duper finale episode. Oh, I did that diagonal one. I wasn't actually expecting it to work, and then I got distracted when it did. That was kind of cool, actually. Let me see if I can pull that off again. Come on, Hawkeye. Yeah, there you go. Guess a little practice is all it takes on that one. Still can't seem to pull off the chains, but... getting it a little bit there. I mean, kind of a little silly to practice that now. We're not going to need it. So you just have to go to the center of the castle and fight Shaft and Dracula. You wouldn't think that that would be a very long video. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure when this video is going up, but... for some reference, this is the day that both Animal Crossing New Horizon and Doom Eternal came out, and would have been the original date that Final Fantasy VII Remake was going to come out, but that didn't happen. But I did manage to get something delivered today. I got a PlayStation 4, which I have not hooked up yet. And I also got Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy Type O sent to me. This is the wrong door. I made that same mistake that I always do with these two rooms. So that's exciting. I mean, like I said, I haven't hooked the system up yet. There's other games that I want to look into, but to get those two games, which I wanted for $20 and have it all delivered, was pretty nice. And maybe I'd be better off saying this in a Final Fantasy VII video, but... perfectly honest, I'm not entirely sure how quickly this video is going to go up, because it kind of depends on how stuff goes with work. But I do have internet coming to my house next week. So at the very least, next week for sure it'll be up. But I'm hoping that it doesn't come to that point. It just depends on if I'm able to go to work or not, which I'm still waiting to see. That's kind of up in the air. And the only reason that that's the case is because I use work's Wi-Fi to upload my videos right now, because until I get that internet installed, all I have at home is my cell phone, and that's fine for general browsing, but uploading YouTube videos would eat that up pretty quick. So first of all, let's take off this library card. We're going to put on our Power of Sire. And... let me see what we have weapon-wise. I was hoping this would all be sorted by strength. That doesn't seem to be the case. In fact, it's looking like what I'm going to be going with is this sword that's also going to boost our defense. And I didn't even realize how badly that was hurting my Defense. Holy cow. And I think we've been long enough that the Moonstone's not going to be super useful for us either. Except I want the duplicator equipped for what I'm about to do, so that's really just going to have to be dealt with. Oh yeah, I equipped my... Get up there. I equipped my best sword. Let's look at armor. Yeah, basically let's put on our best equipment because we're going to want it. But you can't say that I didn't put an honest effort toward showing off a bunch of stuff. With that being said, we're gonna hang out here for just a sec. Just come and say hello to some guys for a moment here. I'm just getting in some last minute levels. Just because I can. He dropped another gram. Interesting. Anyway, I'm just going to get to level 55, which I don't know how big of a difference that's going to make. I'm going for it because I can. Just because why not? I mean, the duplicator is kind of the most broken thing that we have. Normally, by the time you get to this point in the game, you'd have your shield rod, and you're basically invincible in the final fight anyway. But I don't actually have that, so... Really? Come on. It's more like it. So I actually looked it up, and these Guardians, which are also called like Final Armors or Final Guards in other games, not only are they the highest level normal enemy, but they're higher level than most bosses in this game. So they give more experience than every other boss in this castle except for the final two. And of course, there's a big asterisk there because you don't. Doesn't matter how much experience Dracula gives you. I mean, I guess the big thing is that damage that we're taking there went down significantly. So that's level 55. That's where I was going to for reasons. $888, that's kind of an interesting final total. And then it gets weird because things are going to get funky for just a sec here. Because we're about to travel back in time. Get the DeLorean. We gotta go to 88 miles per hour. Because I didn't mention this is the Super Duper finale. So let's see here. We're gonna load this file. And let's see if I can immediately try not to immediately forget that I don't have the leap stone. Well, I have the leap stone. I don't have the jump boots. Or the cube of Zoe. Cube of Zoe. Let's see here. I do have that, and I'm not sure if the Ring of Aries is going to be the best thing for us, but we're going to try it anyway. I should have equipped this all beforehand. I didn't prepare any of this. Is the Morn Blade better than the Alucard sword? No. Just say I gotta have a good shield. I guess we'll do that. It don't matter. This one I know has a special attack that I can't ever remember how to do. Alrighty.
I've been waiting for you.
Answer me. Why is a Belmont planning the resurrection of Count Dracula?
Count Dracula rises but once every century, and my role is over. If I can resurrect him, then the battle will last for eternity.
We're not gonna let that happen. So of course we fought Richter before, but we didn't really fight him. We just kinda...
Magnificent! But now feel my unbridled wrath.
We just kinda... let him do his thing. And of course I could do that. I always did like that he uses all these item crashes. I don't really want to sit here and cheese you, but... I don't have a ton of food because this is before I had the duplicator, too. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter anyway.
It's over, Belmont.
So the war between humans and vampires finally ends here. What need for the shepherd when the wolves have all gone? My time on this world has come to an end.
And Richter has the same kind of death explosion that Alucard has. Oh yeah, and get used to this video.
So you made it.
Alucard, how is Richter?
I'm sorry.
I see. Thank you for stopping him. Do you suppose that this too was fate?
So your journey is over as well then?
No, not until I learn what caused Richter's madness.
I understand. Well then, may the gods guard you along the way. Farewell.
You as well, Alucard. Goodbye.
And no, we're not ready for that song yet. Sorry. Also, I'm a little confused because that was like the second ending. That was not the ending that I was expecting. And I never did equip the holy glasses, so I was expecting to get the other ending here. So let's see here.
I've been waiting for you.
Answer me. Why is a Belmont planning the resurrection of Count Dracula?
Count Dracula rises but once every century, and my role is over. If I can resurrect him, then the battle will last for eternity.
Let's try not to do that. Yeah, because I thought to get that one ending, you had to use the holy glasses and still beat Richter normally.
Magnificent! But now feel my unbridled wrath.
And if I mess that up, I'm going to be sad because I deliberately saved this save file so that I could do that. Yeah, keep it up. Really, Richter? Really? I guess that was just like a quirk with his AI.
It's over, Belmont.
So the war between humans and vampires finally ends here. What need for the shepherd when the wolves have all gone? My time on this world has come to an end.
We'll skip that one. No, we got the same one with Maria again.
So you made it.
Alucard, how is Richter?
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, we're gonna reset again. So, I'm kinda bummed because I thought that you could just not use the glasses and get the first ending, but I guess you have to actually fight Richter without doing that side quest to get the first ending. And that kind of messes me up because I was planning to show off all the endings here. But I don't have another save file from far enough back that I can do that. So now we're going to load this file. And I don't know what I've got equipped here. I don't think the Moonstone is a big help anymore. Maybe it is for this file, I'm not sure. most of the same stuff that I put on that other file. At least I can do both of the other two endings. I mean, the main difference is that in the first ending, Maria isn't there, you get just Alucard, which kind of implies that Maria doesn't get out because you haven't gotten the holy glasses from her, so she's still trying to save Richter.
You have done well in making it this far. I would expect no less from the son of our master.
So you are the one who was controlling Belmont?
Yes. I am the dark priest called Shaft. This world must be cleansed in the forge of chaos.
Why did you make Belmont lord of this castle?
For centuries, vampire hunters have defeated evil with holy power. But if two vampire hunters were to fight each other...
But Belmont's power is supreme among vampire hunters. None other could defeat him.
Exactly. That's why I removed him as a threat, by making him into lord of this castle.
But your plan has failed.
Has it indeed? We'll see what happens after I destroy your weak human side.
Alright, I'm not sure how rough this is gonna be. I mean, obviously we have the power of Sire. We can go for more sirloin. Him I can not do the mist against, neither can I with Dracula, which is... But I can do this.
Oh! No!
You claim to love the darkness. Go then and dwell there for all eternity.
But my goal is achieved. Count Dracula has come to purify this corrupt world with the searing flames of chaos.
Alrighty. This might be a cheesy fight. I'm not promising that I'm not going to use cheese against this.
Father.
Well met, my son. It's been a long time.
I was hoping we would not see each other again. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
You have ever been the ally of humans. Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
Think you I would forget such a thing? No, but neither do I seek revenge against them.
Still uttering the same nonsense. No matter. Now is the time to put aside your weak human side and join me in remaking this world!
Dracula, in the name of my mother, I will defeat you again!
Behold my true form and despair!
That's not what I want to do at all. Okay, so we can cheese him with this. And I mean, you can get in there and slash his face. Oh. He just absorbed that one boss that was so unrememberable. And that's how he gets the ability to do this attack. And yeah, like I mentioned, you can't do the poison mist to cheese it. But if I was super worried, of course, I can just dig out the good old sirloin, although this is Dracula, we should go for the pot roast. Oh, there goes Succubus, so he's going to do a different attack, another attack when he goes in the back. Same one, but kills all these bosses to summon power. You can't hurt him with that, but at least you can use it to dodge him to get out if you're stuck in a bad place. Excuse me. Oh, I never saw him do that with Slagra. I mean, I could just sit there and hit him with the power of Sire over and over, but this is at least a little bit more entertaining. There was a video I saw one time where Medusa... I guess I've just never really watched this fight go for long enough that I've ever noticed any of this stuff, because I knew about the succubus and the other one, but he's doing this a lot. And like I said, I mean, I can sit here and just use the power of Sire and take him out, but this is more fun. It's more entertaining for me. Hopefully it's more entertaining for you. I wonder if he just does all the bosses if you give him long enough. Also, I shout out to Dracula's little scream that he makes when he fires that, because it's silly.
Go back whence you came. Trouble the soul of my mother no more.
How is it that I've been so defeated?
You have been doomed ever since you lost the ability to love.
Sarcasm. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm, for theirs is already a hard lot. She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
Alright, I told you to get used to seeing this castle crumble, although we skipped it last time. But I'm not going to skip it this time. I don't think this one's any different from the other one, even though we should technically have an upside-down castle. Also, there's just something about the way that Dracula's like, farewell, my son! That classic voice acting. I have not played the version where they've changed the voice acting. Supposedly that's the version that's on the mobile that I mentioned in a previous video. As well as the PSP or the PlayStation 4, which I guess I could get now that I think about it.
So you made it.
Alucard, I'm glad you're all right.
I'm sorry. 'Tis my fault you had to fight your own father.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying him.
It must have been painful for you.
Indeed. But you must always remember that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I understand.
Alucard, what will you do now?
The blood that flows in my veins is cursed. 'Twould be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
I see.
Farewell then. We'll not meet again.
Alucard?
Don't you want to go after him, Maria?
No, it's best this way. I can't ease his torment. Someday, perhaps, we will meet again. And on that day, maybe.
I see.
Let's go. Everyone's waiting for us.
Yes, let's get out of here.
Nope, we're still not ready for that song. Sorry. I'm just being a big tease, but we're gonna do that song when we're good and earned it. And there's still one more thing to do. Because you might notice that that last save file was also not the one that we just did. And I even named them. See, this one has a clear now. The A and B one where we fight Richter doesn't get a clear status because it doesn't actually count as clearing the game. But this one has 182.9%. This one has 200.4%. Same level, but the difference is just... This one I saved at an earlier point and I just grinded levels to make it 55. This is the one that we actually have been playing most recently. Which is why we have that lovely 888. We've already prepped some stuff. But I do have one little quirk to throw into this one. For the final of the finale. Get up there. So I'm going to point out this room here. Because there's the donut with the missing hole.
You have done well in making it this far. I would expect no less from the son of our master.
So you are the one who was controlling Belmont?
Yes. I am the dark priest called Shaft. This world must be cleansed in the forge of chaos.
Why did you make Belmont lord of this castle?
For centuries, vampire hunters have defeated evil with holy power. But if two vampire hunters were to fight each other...
But Belmont's power is supreme among vampire hunters.
Oh yeah, and I
None
can't
other could
skip these
defeat
scenes,
him.
unfortunately, even though we just saw it.
Exactly. That's why I removed him as a threat, by making him into lord of this castle.
But your plan has failed.
Has it indeed? We'll see what happens after I destroy your weak human side.
And this time I'm definitely going to cheese it.
Oh! No!
You claim to love the darkness. Go then and dwell there for all eternity.
But my goal is achieved. Count Dracula has come to purify this corrupt world with the searing flames of chaos.
Get ready though, because the twist is coming.
Father.
Well met, my son. It's been a long time.
I was hoping we would not see each other again. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
You have ever been the ally of humans. Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
Think you I would forget such a thing? No, but neither do I seek revenge against them.
Still uttering the same nonsense. No matter. Now is the time to put aside your weak human side and join me in remaking this world!
Dracula, in the name of my mother, I will defeat you again.
Alrighty, come down here, Drac. Alright. I attacked him. And now... Where are you? Now that I've sorted everything again. Peace! So the whole reason that I did that was to put...
I'm interested in this.
First of all, this should be fully filled in now. The big one that you can miss really easily is the Mudman, because he only shows up during the lesser demon boss fight. Everything else is not missable, but you have to attack Dracula to get this form to show up here. And same deal with Shaft. They won't show in this list until you've actually hit them.
Farewell for now.
So to have a full enemy list, you have to do that. So for some people, that may be a big deal for completion. But that's not the only reason that we did that. Because that is kind of a silly detour. But even though I wasn't trying to fill in the rest of the enemy list, I did make sure to get the Mudman just in case, and it looks like I got all the rest anyway. Maybe I should see one last thing before we go finish Drac off. We're going to take a quick detour to this save room. And hopefully this is all gonna play out just fine. I'm sure that this all looks funky on the recording screen. I wish there was a way to make that analog thing not show up. Alright, so let's see what this says now. 200.5. That means there's one room I missed somewhere. And I don't know what room it is. I didn't have that planned. I thought for sure that I'd have the 2006. So let's take a quick glance at the map here. Let's see if anything immediately jumps out as odd. because that kind of irks me just a little bit. I don't see anything that looks obvious there. I really thought that I had everything. And this is just going to be a simple romp through 4 endings. And the real surprise there is that you couldn't do the one ending, so I'm very curious where the other 1.1% is. And I legit don't know where to look, so I'm really just kind of looking to see if I see anywhere that's really obviously missing. And that's gonna bother me now. Well, I'm not gonna postpone any of this. We're just gonna go for it. So I'm just gonna have to settle for the fact that this is a 200.5 save file. But now I'm really curious. I'm going to be scouring my map after I'm done recording and figure out where the heck that is. And it's going to be something really silly. Which is fine. We still have enough that we can do the other ending. I'm not really worried about these enemies. I'm just kind of passing through. You know what else I haven't done is I didn't show off the fairy familiar at all.
Your word is my command.
She would have actually been helpful if she will tell you when you find a wall that you can break. But her main thing is that she'll use items on you. Like if you're low on health, she'll throw potions at you, or if you get hit by an element, she'll throw a potion that's a resist for you. Or she can bring you back with a life apple if you die. And I think she gets more likely to do stuff like that the higher her level is. But I guess I'll give her one last huzzah as we go and actually fight Dracula. And it's possible that I'm misremembering and you'll get the last percent after you fight Dracula? I'm not sure. But yeah, even though he fought Shaft, he's back.
You have done well.
No! I didn't mean to use a library card again. I thought I still had the power of Sire equipped. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, first things first. Get rid of you, because that was silly. I still can't think of where that other room would be. If there's another room. And just in general, I feel really silly right now for going all the way back here. I guess I really just wanted the Fairy Familiar to have some time with us subconsciously, because here she is. So I had big plans for this video, and I'm making myself look foolish, but hey, if you've been watching me for any amount of time, that's just par for the course, really, so... At least it's really quick to get back there. The irony is, what I was just thinking with Shaft that I was going to say is, since he's back, you could in theory sit there and farm him. Because you could fight him and kill him and get the experience, and then use a library card and leave before fighting Dracula, and then go back and he would be back, and you could fight him again. And you could do that, but at that point, you're better off just fighting the Guardians outside for easier experience. So it's kind of there's this neat thing that you could do, but I wouldn't recommend it because then you look silly like I do right now. So as we're working our way back, I guess I'll give a shout out to the guys that have been doing races on Let's Racing Time, which is the old racing channel that we did for Talking Time. I was the one that made the original channel, and the keys have been passed around a bit since then, but a lot of the same people are still involved. You got people like McLean and Kefka Floyd, and I'm sure at some point I'll be on there doing a race. I'm sure Brick Road will be there at some point. You know, maybe get people like Dadif and Narishim involved again, maybe, and some other fresh blood. So far they've done a Mega Man X race and they did a Zelda randomizer race. And I kind of thought of that because I was thinking, like, I wonder if people would do a race of this randomizer. Which I kind of mentioned, it's a longer randomizer, but you could even do something like a Richter percent run, where you just go until you can get to... Like, you could just go until you can get to Richter, or you could go until you get the Holy Glasses, which I think would be the more interesting idea, because, you know, you can get the bat form somewhere and go after Richter almost immediately. Whereas if he had, like, a first to kill to beat Richter, that would be really quick, whereas if he did the first to save Richter, then there's still a bit of, you're still kind of roaming around the castle. And maybe there's the potential for that to mess with the racers a bit, depending on how the seeds rolled. And I don't know if I would want to race this against somebody, but just throwing it out there. I know they've had talk of possibly doing something like free enterprise. And shout out to poor McLean, who tried to do the Zelda Rando race with no controller and using the keyboard. Alright, so that was an extra 5 minutes of recording that I did not intend to be in this video, but I mean, at least one person was expecting this video to be super short anyway. I'm gonna find out where that missing room is.
You have done well in making it this far. I would expect no less from the son of our master.
So this time we're just gonna cheese shaft again, why not?
Oh! No!
You claim to love the darkness. Go then and dwell there for all eternity.
But my goal is achieved. Count Dracula has come to purify this corrupt world with the searing flames of chaos.
And I'm gonna cheese Dracula too, just to be aware. I guess they'll let me skip these because we saw them once before.
Behold my true form and despair!
Well, I'm gonna take you on with your own power. Even with cheesing him like this is taking forever.
Go back whence you came. Trouble the soul of my mother
Yeah, see, I can't
no
skip
more.
this scene.
How is it that I've been so defeated?
You have been doomed ever since you lost the ability to love.
Sarcasm. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm. For theirs is already a hard lot. She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
Alright, we're gonna skip this again. So this time things are gonna be a little different.
So you made it.
Alucard, I'm glad you're all right.
I'm sorry. 'Tis my fault you had to fight your own father.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying him.
It must have been painful for you.
Indeed. But you must always remember, that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I understand.
Alucard, what will you do now?
The blood that flows in my veins is cursed. 'Twould be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
I see.
Farewell then. We'll not meet again.
Alucard,
Don't you want to go after him, Maria?
I'm sorry. I can't let him disappear from my life.
It's all right. Go after him. Perhaps you can save his haunted soul.
Thank you, Richter. Fare thee well.
And yourself, dear lady.
And now we will finally play the song that I've been taunting you with this whole video.
Just like the wind, I've always been drifting high up in a sky that never ends. Through thick and thin, I always win, 'cause I will fight both life and death to save a friend. I face my destiny every day I live, and the best of me is all I have to give. Just like the sun, when my day's done. Sometimes I don't like the person I've become. Is the enemy within our 1,000 men? Should I walk the path my words so bad I have? Is someone testing me every day I live? Well, the best in me is all I have to give. I can't pretend. I am the wind. And I don't know if I will pass this way again. All things must end. Goodbye, my
For the record, this song is not in the version of this that I had on the Xbox 360, and I'm pretty sure it's not the version that's in the PSP and PS4 versions. But I'm not 100% on that.
am the sun, and one day we'll all be one. I am the way.
Also, this is not a localization thing. This is in the Japanese version. It's in the Japanese soundtrack that I have. It's just so jarring. But we had to wait until we got to the legit end experience to play this song. It just wouldn't have been worth it to play it after beating up Richter.
I am the sun, and one day we'll all be one. I am the wind, I am the sun. One day we'll all be one. I am the wind, I am the sun. One day we'll all be one. I am the sun. One
So that is three of the four endings out of Symphony of the Night anyway. Now is this going to go back to the title screen? Alrighty. So now that's going to be a clear file, and we're going to check one last thing. Nope, it's still 200.5, so I'm missing one room somewhere. I'm at a loss what it could be. But now that we have clear files, I'm pretty sure that this... I always misspell his name. But I'm pretty sure that this will work now. I don't think the randomizer would really affect this one other than the drops that you would get from the candles. But yeah, you can play as Richter. It's not as amazing as you might think it would be. He's kind of a glass cannon. You see he has a health bar there. Getting health upgrades from bosses will increase that health meter, but it's not really noticeable. Okay, so yeah, the sub-weapons are still randomized. That wasn't a very impressive version of it, but... One thing that surprised me is, okay, Alucard can't use that as the boomerang. He only gets that as the cross, so he only gets this version. I mean, there's just places that Richter can't go in the castle. There's no storyline segments, and you can't fight any of the bosses that had storyline segments. So, for example, you won't fight the werewolf and the Minotaur. Hello. There was a bat in there, so I'm dead. That saves me having to reset anyway, because I was gonna try something else. Just for completeness sake, I'm showing off these codes, even though they're gonna affect things in the randomizer differently. And we didn't save it anyway, like we didn't make a slot. So this one, I'm sure the randomizer is not going to play nice with. But I'm going to put it in anyway. This is the luck mode code. Oh no, we're Richter again. What the heck? Just teasing ya. I wanted to be Richter.
Die, mon...
I don't actually have enough to do the item crash, the full... That's okay. I was trying to do like a cool uppercut or something right before that happened, but it didn't quite work out. So normally, this luck mode would start you out with higher luck, and you'd have a lapis lazuli, but your other stats are lowered. Like, look at how low my MP and my hit points are. But of course, this is still the randomizer, so instead of that, we have a turquoise. So it's the derp version of the luck mode. Now, normally you would have the most powerful equipment, all your a la carte equipment. Well, I didn't really want to take damage. There's a glitch you can do anyway, but we're about to die, so let's just let it die. I was mainly just curious how the randomizer was going to play with that. You can also put your name in as axe armor, and you start out with the axe lord armor, like I had earlier in the video that I used against some of the bosses. And I'm sure that's something silly too, but I'm not going to bother to show that one off. But that has been Symphony of the Night randomized. And I kind of went a little above and beyond for the randomization, but still kind of bummed that I missed one room somewhere. And I'm going to find out where that room is, and I'm going to post it in the thread when this video goes live. So I won't necessarily say that you'd find that out next time. But as always, I don't do the whole YouTube thing a lot, but if you like the videos, of course, hit that like, hit those subscribe, hit those comments. I appreciate all the efforts, but even if you just come and we're entertained for a little bit, that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to get famous on YouTube or anything like that. I'm just here to have fun, and hopefully other people have some fun too. So that being said, next we'll be picking it up with more Final Fantasy VII, more Crash Team Racing, more Warcraft 2. Might be the end of Symphony of the Night, but that's not the end of everything. So I will see you next time. And as always, until next time, have a good night. So hey, I am back, and guess what? I know where the room that I'm missing is. It's in the entrance. Can you think of where it might be? Because it's really silly. But we're gonna go for it. I don't actually know if this is going to be in the video, because I don't know if I can merge two videos in YouTube. You used to be able to with their old editor, but I don't know if you can merge two videos together now. So this might be a moot point, but if it doesn't end up in the video, I'll post on Talking Time. But if I get it to work, I'd like it to be like the perfect little end cap. Even though I did that ending once before. So we need the horse. Besides, it gives our little fairy more time to be shown off. And it kind of hit me as an epiphany because I was fiddling around in Richter mode. And there's a spot Richter can get to really early in the game that Alucard can't. Richter can, just because of the way that he moves. made me think, oh yeah, there's that save point. I didn't make it to it, Richter. Well, guess what? That's the room that I'm missing, is the save point that would be up there, but in this version of the castle. Because you can see on our map, there's no red dot over there. And I'd be pointing at the screen again, except it wouldn't do me any good to point. But basically all the way over there to the right of where I'm at, there's a gap that shouldn't be there. And it's really silly that, of all things, it's a save room that I didn't go to. Especially since I was running for dear life from these Venus weeds. But yeah. So it's right here. Because if I do that, then when we go back out, now when we go here, there's the 200.6. So I don't know if this is going to make it into the video or not, but there's that little 5-minute epilogue that I recorded anyway. So either way, I will see you next time. Until next time, this has been Red Silvers. Have yourself a good night.